let's witness our first game to the land of Dawn we go for Vietnam and Philippines round 1.
Yep, it's an alpha in the jungle here for Chelsea. Alberta goes for the utility for this game. I would say this is, let's see how this composition will work. Sometimes they kind of make El Puerto have a very fast early game, but now being the utility, it's more about securing the objectives, more about protecting the backlines that they have here. They do have 2 marksmen, and looking how this will pan out, I think for the Benedetta up against the CC, you can pretty much evade, cut the lanes. As you can see, a lot of pressure is already being made here in the XP lane. And looking at the mid lane here as well, the Kimi here can be a lane bully up against the Farsa. You can really poke and be really annoying in the lane.
Very annoying indeed. And yeah, I mean, let's talent check here, right? I want to check out, okay, Wilderness Blessing. So not a lot of movements here from the side of Philippines, but a couple of Wilderness Blessings here from the side of Vietnam. So they want to take control of the river, specifically Grok and that Farsa, right?
Yep, the wings by wings, the additional movement speed when it comes to the objective take, the turtle take, right? They know that the Philippines is so good at securing this. Like, I believe like some of the casters always say that, El Puerto never, almost all the time, like 80 to 90% never misses the take on the objectives with the exceptions of maybe she gets stunned or whatever, or controlled before the objective take. But yeah, speaking of the objective, that's 3 seconds to the turtle take. I feel like both junglers are ready, positioning themselves here. And like what you said, the Wilderness Blessing, Kao, Sa as well, making their way towards this bottom lane. Jagon in trouble. Feather Airstrike is already up. Alberta is already level 4. There's the Petrify. Jagon taking down Lear low. And the heavy spin taking down Daisy.
Yeah.
That's going to be the first blood to the Philippines.
That's going to be another kill on the board for the Philippines. So yeah, very straightforward here. I noticed earlier that the Retribution was not ready for the side of Chelsea, so that was interesting. Now it's going to be an open turtle, an open ult. There's going to some clashes in the mid, nothing too significant just yet, but that's the first neutral objective for Philippines.
Yep, Alberto didn't even use the Retribution there. I was expecting them to possibly maybe invade the jungle side here of Vietnam, but I think for Alberto, she's just going to take the safe route, not going too deep into the enemy jungle. But so far, that's 2 kills already towards Alberto. A great start. Usually this is something that you would see on her when she has a Lancelot. She has those heavy burst heroes like the Hayabusa. But yeah, the utility looks good on Alberto today.
Definitely looks good. Good control. Philippines, they know they don't have to be hasty here after that first neutral objective take. And spell-wise, apart from that Revitalize, which will be up soon, it's okay, right? Cow, no flicker, so that's perhaps just a deterrent for fighting. Let's see though, Philippines, they might go for a fight just before the turtle here.
Okay, so Perez already securing in that corrosion side for the 1-1, but Jagon.
Gotta be careful here in the bottom side. Is still able to hold on though. No Vengeance were popped as well. Great trigger discipline. 40 seconds on the clock for the second neutral objective take.
Bottom side as well. The Philippines rotating so fast here with Vivero and Alberto with nothing to fear actually. You got 2 tanky frontliners. Amores Perez is going to be the one that dishes out the most damage here. Philippines already got in the first turtle. Let's see if Vietnam will have a much better positioning here in the second turtle. But it seems like again Chelsea has used the Retribution already 25 seconds before this, and I'm not so sure if it will be up in time for the second objective take. So for the Philippines, maybe that's an info that they know, and again they got a much better positioning here in the second objective take.
Yeah, great spot, right? No Retribution, so I think they can blitz this. Oh, AOG, that's gonna land 2 members. Great taunt as well. Chelsea and Cow off the board.
Daisy?
Now Daisy looking for an opening with that final blow, but take a look at the heavy spin, just forcing Daisy to a disengage, and that's another kill for Amores now. Picks up the glowing one and the turtle. It's a perfect start for the Philippines.
Yep, wow. I mean, the AOG coming out from Vivero there was on point, catching the members of Vietnam on off guard, and this is why it was a repeat man in yesterday's games. Honestly, really, really good for it. I would say it's as good as the Black Dragon form right now for zoning the backlines. But Yagon,
A lot of damage.
really started to hurt here. Man, look at the jungle side here of Vietnam. They're struggling to find their resources here as of the Philippines are slowly taking away their jungle camps here. As you can see, the bottom side, nothing left for the side of Vietnam to take.
Definitely. Their only saving grace is Crystal with her farm and not yet to be taken down. So I guess Vietnam, their only play is to protect Crystal like crazy. And I'm sure that's already on the target list from the Philippines to somehow take the Erythel down. It's just a 1v1 action. Bottom side turret has been taken down. That's the only structure to be taken down this game so far. And seems like they want to clash here top. What will they do? That's a stun. Alberto though. Oh, that's a great
Chelsea?
Spear of Alpha. Chelsea, gotta be careful here. Looking to close the gap. 𝐆𝐑𝐎𝐔 jumps in. And seems like the airstrike will be triggered. AOG though will find Chelsea. That's a taunt. 𝐆𝐿 falls, but that's going to be the damage coming from Philippines under the turret. Amores does not care, and that's just 3 members off the board and a structure taken.
Wow. So Vivero yesterday was more on the jawheads, more on the ruby. So something that you don't really see that often in the current meta. Now going for the Gatotkacha, something that they learned or they picked up in yesterday's games that really made it so hard for the backlines to play yesterday. You see one AOG, it actually forces Vietnam to respond to the situation. The only good thing that came out of there from the side of Vietnam was Daisy was able to take a turret down bot, but map control, right? It's important. But looking at this, Philippines again positioning themselves in this turtle, another resource taken away. This is how fast they are shredding up the turtle here. 23 gold, 23k gold here, and possibly going for this purple buff on the side of Vietnam.
Yeah, not looking too good here. Not looking too hot for the side of Vietnam. The map is currently red, like 70% now, with the turret top and bot taken down. It's bottom side. Got to be careful. 𝐆𝐿 has sidestepped a couple of resources. Vengeance popped.
Oh, still Vengeance.
Crystal got to be careful, but that's enough damage actually to take her down. That's gonna be 𝐆𝐿 taken down. Top turret though, the passive will be triggered. Wow.
Yep, the what we call it here in the Philippines is it's out. So I think that top turret, I think it's still good for Vietnam though. It's not on the bottom side, right? Like, because the Lord is going to be up there in just a few more seconds, at least in a minute. It's going to be there. Perez already securing in the has clause there, so to amp up to the attack speed and the damage that she has. So far, we haven't seen a lot of those ultimates yet coming out from her, but we're waiting for Kao as well to set things up here, though.
Yeah, that's a tectonic charge popped defensively. Not a good sign here. Kimberly, Vietnam, they look lost now. They couldn't penetrate towards the side lanes. They are just, pressured in their own jungles. And Philippines, they're just pressing the right buttons, applying the right amount of pressure as well. 25 seconds on the clock for that first Lord to spawn. Feather airstrike just to clear. Again, they're struggling here to find the right connection team fight wise.
Yeah, I think when you're Kao, you kind of want to just keep on setting up the place with the tectonic charge. But how can you do that when Vivero has been setting up these AOGs time and time again? Look at that, Perez already with just one basic attack. And speaking of Vivero, she's already landed 3 kills here, but I think this should... Oh, she's able to sustain AOG out as well. And the Philippines already kickstarting off the Lord half HP. I think there shouldn't be any contest, not unless Daisy goes in. Here comes the rest of the cavalry of Vietnam. Feathered airstrike. But Alfredo going to be securing it with the retribution.
That's going to be the Lord though for the Philippines. Oh my goodness, the damage 𝐆𝐿 could bring to you. Crystal taken down there. Vengeance was popped though. All 5 spells from the side of Philippines were spent. So now, will they go for more? Daisy doesn't. Oh, that's a straight taunt to respond. The engage. The structure mid drops. and that's just Philippines now in the jungles of Vietnam. Now, 𝐆𝐿 will she go for more? Seems like not yet. Now the Lord will spawn top, so Vietnam got to do some defending now.
Yep, this is the classic rotation you'd see coming from the Philippines. Amores, Vivero, and Perez, again, all grouped up together. You see how Diagon and 𝐆𝐿 can kind of hold it out on their own, right? So for Vivero, she has been really proactive in setting up these AOGs, whereas Cow, right? Like once the tectonic charges up, either the AOG kind of sets up the back line, so the tectonic charge is kind of rendered null. But the setup from Amores!
AOJ towards the back as well. Now 𝐆𝐿 though will pop the heavy spin. 2 members now defending top. Cow flickers out of danger. That's the Lord though, very healthy. Daisy looking for an angle. They really find the right connection there. Now they will lock into the turrets. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have game 1 as the Philippines finished it